Welcome back to another episode of FTBL Final Whistle. Guys, it's been a minute. It's been a long ass time. Cam, actually, we haven't seen him since I think Thursday or Wednesday, but we are back. You guys have been asking, and here we are. Before I introduce my host, of course, we have an action packed show today. Portugal, Uruguay just finished, and that was honestly not the greatest game in terms of quality, but there's a lot of talking points coming out of that. But the games earlier today, man, Ghana versus South Korea, blockbuster football. First game, Serbia 3, Cameroon 3, blockbuster football. Even the Brazil game, again, it wasn't the most exciting game of football, but that last 15 minutes, you really got something. We're going to talk about all that stuff today, kind of summarize the whole match day 2 experience, because that's already going to be done. And tomorrow we're starting these two at the same time games, because it is the deciding game in the group. But without further ado, Culture Camps, how are you today?
There, man. There. Decent day of football today, man. There's a few goals, actually a lot of goals today, actually. So yeah, man, it was a good World Cup. It was a good day of World Cup football, man. I'm excited. See what's going to happen tomorrow as well. So there's a lot of things to look forward to, man. But yeah, man, today was a good day.
Listen, there's only one place to start. The game that just got finished. Portugal 2, Uruguay 0. And look, there's a lot of places to start. We'll just talk about the game very, very briefly. Bruno Fernandes, 2 goals to lead Portugal to the next round. That's done. Portugal are the third team to qualify for the next round. And I believe, it's not official, but they are almost guaranteed to finish first in their group, barring a disaster against South Korea and Ghana winning their game against Uruguay. Portugal are through. And it's courtesy of Bruno, right? The performance that he put in today, and I think you even kind of pre-notioned before the tournament that Bruno could really have a big tournament. And you look at who has been the star of this tournament. You have Mbappe, of course. I think he's really leading that category. You have guys like Enner Valencia who are playing really well. But Bruno Fernandes is right up there, man. 2 assists in the first game, 2 goals in the second game. He could have had more today. That really reminds me, at least, of Bruno Fernandes in his first season at Man United, his first 6 to 18 months at the club, where everything the guy was touching turned to goal. But look, he's driven Portugal into the next round. There's been a lot of other players, of course, that had huge performances. Pepe, for me, 39 years old, and locking up Darwin Nunez.
I tell you,
bro,
play Pepe.
Bro,
I said play Pepe, bro.
Timeless performance. But from your point of view, what are the main takeaways from this game that you really took out?
I think 3 things, actually. I think there's 3 things from this game. There's 3 performances individually. Actually, 4 things because of the whole team as well. But 3 things, I think. Pepe, as I mentioned, I think he should be playing all tournaments. Should have started the first game. Danilo started. Obviously, they won. But when you have a player like Pepe, I feel like he just rises up to these occasions, bro. And I spoke about him before the tournament, and everyone was like, "Oh, Cam, come on, man! Now you're taking it too far with Pepe." And bro, I've seen him tournament after tournament constantly perform. He's never the one that's really the big letdown or anything like that. I think Pepe at this level can still do it. You know what I mean? Maybe now, if we're talking about Premier League or top leagues and stuff, maybe not. Who knows? He's 40 years old. But today he was solid, as he always is. Locked up Nunez, locked up whoever came on, they got locked up. You know what I mean? Cavani. And then Bruno Fernandes. I kind of even disagree a little bit with what you said in terms of it reminds you of the first season. Maybe in terms of like the way he took responsibility. He wants to take responsibility of the team, but the way he's actually playing is a lot different to the way he played in the first season for Man United. It was hero ball, it was gung-ho, it was like the ball's hot potato. He's actually added a lot of calm to his game. We've seen that this season. He's been adding a lot more calm to his game. But he's now taking it to the international level, and now he can put down numbers as well. Because the thing for me this season is, yes, he's added a bit more patience in retention and a little bit not more as gung-ho. He's a little bit more understanding of his centre midfield position, but his goal threat for me this season is still a bit mid. Yeah. I was thinking, how are you going to match the 2? And today, he found a way to match 2. Yes, the first goal, it's a jammy goal, and it's a penalty. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. However, he hit the post, and he just constantly looked like the player that if Portugal are going to do anything, it's going to come through him. And then the other player as well is Bernardo Silva, who's just, for me, Bernardo Silva is just quality, man. Do you know what I mean? And him and Bruno understood each other today. They looked like they were looking for each other. They look like they know that this is our team. Do you know what I mean? We can take over this team. And you can see that in the performance, man. Bernardo Silva, for me, is Portugal's best player. You know what I mean? Like all round, he's Portugal's best player. But Bruno, so far this tournament, as I said, I tweeted before the tournament, I said, yo, I'm kind of getting a Bruno vibe this tournament. People were like, hey, don't joke with that one and stuff. And here we go. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see him take that responsibility, because when going on club level, when we get back to the club, Ronaldo's gone and stuff like that, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to be this guy that he's showing at Portugal. So I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. So let's see what happens going forward. And finally, for Portugal in general, they're just the typical Portugal. And this is what I was saying about the Fernando Santos and all this type of stuff when people are talking about managers. In international football, he's just going to find a way to get a result. Do you know what I mean? That's what Gareth Southgate does. That's what people say Deschamps does or whatever. They just find ways to get results. And Portugal have done it again today. Was it an absolutely unbelievable performance? No. It was a boring game. But Portugal find ways, and they did it in 2016. You know what I mean? And they might I don't say they're going to win the World Cup, but they could surprise some people, because it looks hard to really, how can I say, like, break them down. They're happy to not have the ball. They're happy to wait. They're happy to be dogged. So yeah, man, I think Portugal's a weird one. I don't think they're going to win the tournament, but don't be surprised if they, you know what I mean, they knock out a team that we didn't expect.
No, 100%. I think the thing with Portugal, right, and it's been, you have this episode that's coming out tomorrow on Mbappe, for example, and you talk about the modern day forwards and what the best attackers in the world have and what the best teams in the world have. And a lot of it is based on athleticism, power, speed, running in behind, threat, devastation. Portugal have that in abundance all over their team. They have a very young squad. They have talent littered all across the pitch. I disagree with the Fernando Santos point a bit, because I just think bar Euro 2016, like, he's gone to tournaments and Portugal have flattered to deceive. Let's not forget this Portugal team lost to Uruguay in the round of 16 last World Cup under Fernando Santos. At the Euros, lost to Belgium at the round of 16. So I wouldn't go that far. But bro, like Bernardo Silva, like you said, how many midfielders in the world can combine that amount of energy, that amount of defensive work rate, that amount of creativity, that amount of ball retention? He is the full package. He is exactly what you want from a box-to-box midfielder. And you put him next to a Bruno, you put him next to a Ruben Neves, and behind him, who I thought he had a very slept-on games, like very, very underrated in my opinion. Portugal should be a threat. In my opinion, in terms of talent, they are up there with the best in this tournament. You could even make the case that they have the most talented squad. But I still think that their manager will let them down, just because Uruguay, for me, and we're going to talk about them a bit too, are a really, really poor side. Really, like, they have been one of the most disappointing sides at this tournament, because you look at the quality that they have.
Hype. You hyped them.
I had them coming out of their group. I had them going to the quarterfinals, I believe. But quarterfinals are round of 16. I definitely had them doing better than they're doing right now. But they have been an absolute disaster. They play so, and let's face it, Uruguay since the dawn of time have been ugly to watch. They've never been a team that just like lights the tournament on fire, but they're usually robust. They score goals, ugly goals or not. Bro, they can't string 5 passes together at the moment. And now they find themselves with a game against Ghana, right? And we talked about that game, what that means to Ghana. It's going to be a bloodbath for them, bro. And they are in huge danger of getting knocked out in the group stage. But Portugal, stick with them. They're going to finish first in this group. They're probably going to end up playing second in the Brazil group, which it's looking like Switzerland. They're going to find themselves favorable in that position. And look, like you said, bro, Portugal will give teams problems in this tournament. No doubt about it.
But I mean, listen, it's possible. It's possible. What is their bracket, though? What's the Portugal bracket?
Well, if they finish first, then I believe they go on the right side of the bracket against... they go on the right side of the bracket where England are expected to finish, France are expected to finish, and I believe it could be Germany. Germany, if they finish second in their group, would be on that side. The other side of the bracket is where you got Brazil, potentially Argentina. Well, it's really tough to say, right? Spain should be on that side of the if everything kind of goes out how we plan. But Portugal will favor themselves, I think, again. They might not favor themselves, but they'll look at England and say, we can beat England. We can definitely beat England. They'll look at Spain and say, we can get something against Spain. Absolutely. So it really kind of, for me, depends. Can their manager coach the right games? Can he not get in the way of his team's talent? Because if they can, boy, they're a problem.
Yeah, man. Let's see, man. Because everyone ripped Portugal off before the tournament. Do you know what I mean? I don't think people gave Portugal much of a chance. It was one of them teams that was just like, oh, whatever. The manager's not good enough and Portugal ain't going to do anything. They got Ronaldo up front. He's old, blah, blah, blah. But if they just keep going on, move in silence, who really knows, man? Because if they do get like potentially a favorable draw, like in the brackets, we just never know what could happen in tournament football, man. No one gave them a chance in 2016 and it happened. So at this point of this tournament, there's no team for me that's absolutely outstanding in my opinion. I think everyone is pretty decent. I don't think anyone is crazy outstanding. So everyone should really look at each other and think they can beat each other. Do you know what I mean? You just mentioned England, Portugal. England should be looking at that and thinking I can beat them. All these type of teams, Germany, everyone looks at each other and thinks they can beat them. People are going on talking about Spain as if like it's the Xavi Iniesta era back again. Then Germany go and have a little draw with them, and it's like, okay, cool. So in a big game, they might not pick up the result. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a anyone can beat anyone in this tournament at the moment.
Defo. Luis Garcia here gives a few super chats. Our bracket is looking easy up until the semifinals. As soon as a team finally decides to attack against us, we make them pay instantly for our attack. He also goes on to say, the way things look now, we will land a second-place Group H team, which if things finish today, Switzerland would be that team. And then if things end today, they'd play Japan in the quarterfinals. Obviously, Germany could still change that up. So only will the semis be peak. And again, Portugal will look at both those draws and say, why can't we beat both those teams? There's nothing stopping us. So, yeah, I mean, the other thing I wanted to ask you, of course, was the guy we always end up talking about when we talk about this team. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. What were the major takeaways from his performance, if you had any, from this game?
Didn't really have any. Just in a normal Ronaldo performance at this stage now. There was nothing really to even really talk about, to be honest. Like, essentially, I'm obviously trying to nick the goal, which was given to Bruno. What do you think about that? Do you think that was a goal, or do you think that was?
No, I didn't think it was a goal.
I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, Ronaldo goal. And then when I started seeing all the other stuff, I was like, okay, that's a Bruno goal. Overall, I don't think he did anything great, but I don't think he did anything particularly poorly. I just think it was just a basic game. And as I said, yeah, he tried to claim the goal, but it definitely looks like a Bruno goal. So overall, yeah, I don't think there's much to say, but it was hilarious to see him. It was hilarious to see him claim the goal and that Harry Kane kind of fashion. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Remember when Harry Kane said, I swear on my daughter.
I liked your tweet, though. I liked your tweet basically saying Bruno is that guy, too, though. He ain't going to let you just get away. He's not Ericsson, right?
Bruno ain't being Mr. Nice Guy, bro. Bruno is going to go to FIFA and say, hey, check the tapes again. You know what I mean? He's going to send his own video, doctored video if he needs to. So he's definitely going to claim that as well. So that was hilarious, man. But yeah, man, like I think this is the same thing that they're going to do all tournament. Use Ronaldo up until about the 80th minute, 79th minute, whatever it is. Of course, if it's later in the rounds, they might keep him on, but that's a decision that Santos is going to have to make. Has he got the legs to keep going? But overall, I thought it was just a calm performance, but it wasn't really about him today.
No, definitely. I actually thought he was better than calm. I thought this was one of Ronaldo's better performances personally. Like, I actually thought that he looked sharper. The first game for me, he couldn't drop a ball. I thought at least today he looked sharper, was more involved, got himself into some decent positions. But then again, like you said, this is just what he is at this point in his career. I think that's really all we got to. Oh, I guess there's one guy that you want to talk about in Portugal. Because the comments cooked you so much last time, you got to get your lick back. Even though you dodged the show last time when you got the stick. But go ahead, take it away.
What was that cameo saying? Listen, I'm just asking what that cameo was saying. Huh?
It wasn't great. It wasn't his best.
What do you think about that cameo?
Like I said, it wasn't anything to write home about. Nobody's gonna be saying talk on layout today. I'll tell you that.
You see, this is why people don't get too excited. You know what I mean? Let things happen. Don't jump the gun. Let things happen. That's all I'm saying. For me, it was just nothing impressive. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm still looking and seeing what's going on. You know what I mean? About what he's got for me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see in it. But everyone, don't jump the gun after one goal. You know what I mean? What's going on with people, man? What's going on, people? A little sub appearance.
Vibes. Oh my god!
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm not gonna say too much, but the way you talk about him, remember, you say 100 to 150 million pound player.
You're throwing in numbers now. I've never said the word 150 million in my life. I said he's 100 million pound footballer. He's 100. I stand by that, and you'll see when a team buys him for that. The other team that obviously took part in this game was Uruguay. And people are saying talk on Fede Valverde, talk on Darwin Nunez. I don't know where you had them finishing. Maybe you had them coming out of the group, but I don't think you had them coming first like I did. They, for me, again, I reiterate it, have been one of the most disappointing teams at this tournament, alongside Belgium, who obviously played yesterday. Because you look at this team, and they have good players: Bentancur, Jimenez, Valverde, Darwin Nunez, Edison Cavani. Like, okay, a lot of their players are aging: Cavani, Suarez, Godin. Who else was I seeing? Muslera is still on the bench. The other day I was seeing Martin Cáceres. This guy, I went on his Wikipedia the other day, Cam. This guy has like 4 different stints at Juventus. He just uses them as like a home base.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Bro, yeah, Uruguay are just absolutely disappointing. And for a team that a lot of people, like, Faisal, right? Faisal had them going all the way to the semifinals. He had them going all the way to
Uruguay.
Yeah, he had them going all the way to semifinals of the World Cup. And a lot of people had them, or Serbia, of course, as their dark horses. And I repeat it, now they go into this game against Ghana. And they have to win, otherwise they're done. They're done if they don't beat Ghana.
Listen, the thing is, a lot of people had him as had Uruguay as one of the teams that are going to be like in the dark horse of this tournament. I didn't have them in mind, but I can understand why people did. You look at some of the players that they've got, and you think potentially why not? But as you mentioned earlier, Uruguay are just them teams. They just come to the tournament, play low block, foul everybody, do roll around, do whatever, and then eventually they get knocked out. You know what I mean? That's what Uruguay are. But no one expected them to be this bad. But, everyone thought maybe Darwin Nunez is going to nick some goals. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe Nunez is going to do something, nick some goals. He's not done anything this tournament. The Suarez Cavani thing, I've always thought at this stage, that's pointless. Do you know what I mean? I would have personally maybe even gone Darwin Nunez up top. Do you know what I mean? By himself instead of playing Cavani and Luis Suarez, man. Like
Pepe had this guy in his pocket, bro. Darwin Nunez couldn't breathe against Pepe, bro. Lockdown.
Come on. Pepe doesn't run away from challenges like that. Pepe embraces challenges like that. You mad? Do you know what I mean? That's what Pepe is all about. So Nunez still has time to be the leader of their new generation or whatever. But yeah, Portugal ain't saying much. They need to get rid of the old and start bringing in the young ones. And then when you start bringing in the younger players, then Valverde, then Bentancur and Nunez and stuff can probably have bigger impact. But when you're still hanging on to Godin and you're hanging on to Suarez, Cavani and these kind of guys, as much as they've been legends of the game, there comes a time where you're going to have to shift them. And there's going to be such a different side by even their next Copa America. It's going to be such a different side probably, bro.
Yeah, no, definitely, 100%. I think you look at a lot of the South American teams in general, Cam, right? They're going through that transition now. Chile with Alexis and Vidal, that era is gone. Colombia with James and Falcao, that era is gone. Uruguay have been hanging on to these guys for as long as they can go, bro. They only just recently let go of Oscar Tabares. The guy was so fucking old, bro. He was using his a cane to be able to walk around. The guy was come on, bro. Let my man rest, bro. They need to let them go, bro. But hey, at the same time, they should be a lot bro. They couldn't string 5 passes together today. You're relying on Facundo Palestri for offense. Guillermo Varela, bro. I remember this guy at United getting cooked by Coutinho on the wing. Come on, man. It's got to be a lot.
The thing is, it's not even like Portugal or some team that are press hard and all that type of stuff. You shouldn't be losing the ball like the way they were. So
you're making Fernando Santos look some progressive manager, bro. Come on.
Nah, for real. It is what it is, man. Like Uruguay, look, not everyone can get every prediction right. You know what I'm trying to say? And Uruguay are just one of them ones that just come and disappointed. Man, it is what it is, man. They'll be back maybe for the next tournament as they always are. But yeah, they need to start getting rid of the old, man.
One thing I do want to say, though, is Darwin Nunez, for me, he definitely has to work on his game, bro. He needs to clean it up because I'm someone who's always said, Nunez, for me, I get what he's about. He's chaos. It's not always going to look easiest on the eye, but he's going to score you goals. But these are games, right, where you need your center forward to be able to hold on to the ball, get people involved, really be I don't want to say complete, but you have to provide more than just the odd moment of chaos, bro. And Darwin Nunez to get locked up the way he did today isn't going to fly. And I get how young he is. Klopp, I'm sure, will continue to mold him into the center forward he wants. But I thought today was a real reality check for Darwin Nunez that he is not where he needs to be in terms of center forwards. Because I thought he was really, really poor today. PlayStation says, do not swear, please. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I got you, man.
Potty mouth, man. Potty mouth. You see this guy, people? Potty mouth, man. Come on, man.
Anyway,
watching.
My fault, the PlayStation. Thank you for the super chat, though. The next team that we want to talk about, let's go into the other teams in the group. Ghana versus South Korea. Ghana, man. You talk about Uruguay have been one of the disappointments of the tournament. I think Ghana have been one of the, maybe not for you, but I think it's been very like, it's like a breath of fresh air seeing a team this young, this progressive, this positive, playing the way they are. They were very, for me, unlucky in the first game. A bit of naivety as well. Like they approached that game very naively, but I really liked watching them against Portugal. And today, I thought they were an absolute joy to watch. And the one that everyone is saying in the chat right now is Kudus, the kid from Ajax. And he, for me, is really staking a claim that this could be a James Rodriguez-esque tournament from him. Like a tournament where he really announces himself. He's already had a good impact for Ajax in the Champions League this year, scored at Anfield against Liverpool. But I really see him taking this tournament as his own and maybe getting a big move off this. I mean, just today that Mike Virgil or whatever his name is, the Dutch reporter, is saying Liverpool are already showing interest in him. He has really risen at this tournament. And Ghana in general, they still have those moments of naivety. Salisu, I like him as a defender, but he's very, very raw. And he has those moments of lapses in concentration. But Ghana today, they took it to South Korea, and now they got that game against Uruguay.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones where, Ghana not always, that's maybe exaggeration, but Ghana are very entertaining when they're in these tournaments. They go for it. That's what I like about Ghana. They go for it, bro. Like, there's a lot of African teams that come to this tournament. They kind of see what's going on, and then eventually they get packed out or whatever, and they go for it late. Ghana go for it from the start of the match, no matter who they're playing. They attack, they go for it, they want it. And that's what I like, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Go out there and perform, bro. Do you know what I mean? Go out there and perform. Make your country proud, bro. And that's what these guys are doing. And you're talking about Kudus. Hey, what are you saying? I don't mind one more shop up in Ajax. You know what I mean? Oh, man, you know what I mean? You took Anthony, you took Lissandro, Ten Hag. I don't mind.
There go two more for you.
just throw Van der Sar in there as well. You got to big up Ghana, man. They're the lowest ranked team in the whole tournament. Yeah. And lowest ranked team in the whole tournament. And look at what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? And listen, whether I'm Nigerian or not, I actually like seeing this type of stuff happen, bro. Nearly our whole group chat is Ghanaian, bro. It's funny to see. It's actually funny to see, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, nah, man. When it came to the 2010 World Cup and they went on that run versus Uruguay, after a while, I was just like, listen, let's get behind them, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's see what can happen, man. No African team has won this tournament. I'm not saying Ghana are going to go and win it. They're not. But, hey, let's enjoy the ride. You know what I'm trying to say? And little things like this, we're talking about Cho and Nketiah. I'm not sure what the situation is with Cho, but with Nketiah, it's like, I tweeted it, like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of this, Yeah,
definitely.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this journey, bro? You know what I'm trying to say? Where you could have been a key man. They're playing the AUs, who are not great. You know what I'm trying to say? They're old as well. He could have come into this team and had a real impact, you know what I'm trying to say, and be part of this ride, but he's probably at somewhere in some shisha bar in Islington or something. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Watching this happen, so...
One thing I will say, though, right? I agree with you. Tournaments like this, right? Even wherever he is, or whether he's in Islington or somewhere else, watching this from the outside and seeing the environment and the togetherness from this team and seeing how young they are is going to want to make a lot of players want to declare for Ghana, because they're going to see this and say, look, there's a project going on right now. I saw a tweet the other day saying people are too harsh on players that don't declare for their African nations, and they say they're traitors or whatever. But the reality is that federations and African countries don't make it very easy for these guys to thrive in these situations. So it's not just so easy to say, oh, my parents are from this country, so let me go play for them. But seeing the togetherness and seeing the progress that this country is making, and Ghana, again, we talk about how young they are and how good they could be in the next few years. That for me is what's going to make it. And Nketiah maybe change his mind a bit and say, hey, I want to get involved in this. I want to be part of this journey. But
bro, if I was them, I wouldn't even take him at this point, bro. What are you waiting for? Nah, man, don't now try to jump on because you see the future's bright. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. Bright. I wouldn't have taken him, bro. I wouldn't take him. You gotta wait. You know what I mean? We got something going on over here. England don't want you. Ghana don't want you. That's your international career. We'll call you when we're ready, type thing. Not like, oh, when he's ready, oh, we're gonna take him. Let's say that. Look at Inaki Williams, bro. He's terrible, bro. He's stinking the place up after holding them, after refusing them for like 20 years, bro. Basketball, you know what I mean? And he's come allow it, bro.
The what's his name though? The Ayew brothers were on it today though, bro. I know 15. He's always against them. I think most Ghanaians don't like seeing them in the lineup. They're saying that it's all just nepotism from their dad. But bro, They turned up today. Jordan Ayew, I was seeing this guy doing Ronaldo chops, crosses into the box, pinpoint onto people's heads. They turned out today. So yeah, they go again. I keep repeating it, but this game against Uruguay now, bro, they don't even have to win. Actually, they just have to draw, and they're into the next round. That's massive. That's absolutely massive. We look at the other.
Is it only a draw they need? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Here's
Because
the thing, right? Maybe it's not a draw because I think if they lose to Uruguay and South Korea, hey, where the mods at today, bro? They slacking today. Maybe I gotta add some more mods later. But if they, because I think South Korea, if they beat Portugal, they would be on 4 points. And if Ghana lose to Uruguay, then Uruguay would be on 4 points, and Ghana would only be on 3. No, if they draw though. So sorry, let me repeat that. If Uruguay draws to Ghana, Ghana would be on 4 points. If Ghana draws to Uruguay, they'd be on 4 points. Got it? If South Korea beats Portugal, they'd be on 4 points. Uruguay would be eliminated. Then it would come down to goal difference. And I don't know who would advance in that situation. But I think Ghana should be okay. They should be okay. But just don't lose. And like you said,
they have to get their lick back. They have to beat Uruguay. Do it, bro. Do it. After the 2010 situation, you know how spoken about it is. I saw some Ghanaian lady on United View, shout out flexing them, and he's out there, and she was giving a cipher, bro, about the get back that they're gonna do against Uruguay. So that's gonna be so funny to see, man. That game is gonna be TL banter, man. Oh my god, it's gonna be hilarious, bro. It's gonna be hilarious.
These guys are asking you, bro. They want to hear you talk about Heung-min's son. Show the same energy towards Salah that you did at AFCON. And before you do, I just want to reiterate what I said, bro. I've never seen an athlete put on a mask and become a worse player. I seen LeBron. Bro, you're supposed to put on a mask Kyrie, mask LeBron. You're supposed to elevate, bro. His son got tunnel vision, bro.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm saying we want Son. Son's not that guy. He's never been that guy to me. So I don't even see what discussion I need to have. You know what I mean? He's having an absolute terrible season. I've always said he's one of them players that everyone was saying he's so underrated for so long that he became overrated. I've said that numerous times. You know what I mean? Son's a good player. He scores goals. He's a good finisher, but that's about it. You know what I mean? There's not any clamor to speak about Son. I mean, he doesn't dominate the news. He's not winning titles. He's not involved in anything. So, of course, he's not going to have the attention that Salah does. Salah's better than him as well. Like, I don't even know what that's not even a discussion. So, of course, there's going to be more energy towards Salah than there is for Son. Son, I mean, he must do something, at least put a goal down or something. I don't know. However, I don't really care about Son, in all honesty, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen it. He's just crying too much all the time. This guy's always crying. One way or another, always, bro.
The Ghanaian coach or whatever taking a selfie with him, and his boy was like, "Yo,
yeah." He's like, hey, "Yo, look at this baby, bro." Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, Son. Yeah, Son. I don't know, man. I've seen people say he's world class. He's this. I have never been on that. He's never been world class to me.
His game, bro.
So yeah, bro. It's just never been a thing like that. But Son, he's a good finisher. That's all I can say. But today, I don't see what we even expect from him, really. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You should be trying to get down Ghana, though. You know what I mean? You're good enough to do that. But yeah, man, this season that he's having in general, he's jumped off a cliff, mate. You know what I'm trying to say? He's jumped off a cliff and he's taken that to international duty. I thought it was one of them ones where he's going to have a bad season with Spurs, but okay, you'll go and do something with your nation. But he's carried that over. So, like, bro, you know what I mean? People are so quick to say people are washed.
Yeah.
Son, bruv. He's really under the lights, bruv.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you've ever heard the story about Son's dad, and he's like this massive disciplinarian. Like, he was his coach when he was younger, and he's the one basically who was saying himself, Son last year, his dad went and said he's not a world-class player. Like, he's just a good player. Said he's not there yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's right, bro. Right, his dad has probably seen what a world-class player, what it takes to be a world-class player, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know people will probably be like, oh, he's what's the word? He's doing tough love, but he was spitting. I remember that. He was spitting that. You know what I'm trying to say? He was spitting there. So I don't know. What, are you a big Son fan or something?
No, I don't know why people are saying it, doing prop for the man. I've never done Son prop in my life. That's crazy. What I will say though, And this guy reminded me, bro, there are some players on the South Korea team that need moves. And that left back on South Korea, bro, was whipping in the craziest balls I've ever seen in my life, bro. The delivery from out wide from Korea today, bro. And the
What
age,
was his name
if you want a
again?
revival in attacking football and attacking fullbacks, excuse me, people got to start shopping with these South Korean fullbacks, bro. This guy, let me pull up his name. He's 30 years old, right? But Jin Soo Kim, he plays for Jeonbuk FC. Oi, go put in the scouting report, people. That's a player right there. The number 9 team in the Korean League. Go put in the scouting report.
I'll send the team out. We'll take a look at him. We'll take a look at him. But 30 years old, it's a bit late,
Casemiro
mate.
is 30 years old. Casemiro is 30 years old. Look at him.
Respect Casemiro, bro.
I'm just saying.
You're now talking about Casemiro alongside Kim. Alongside Kim that
30
plays
is the new 23 is all my point, bro.
Bro, please, bro, please.
Speaking of Casemiro, let's move swiftly on to Group G, where Brazil, their first game without Neymar, managed to sneak by Switzerland 1-0. And I say what managed because unlike what Martin Keown was suggesting, saying that Brazil could be better without Neymar, didn't look like it today. Honestly, it looks like they need him back because, boy, what's his name? Fred cannot replace Neymar. I'll tell you that for free right now, bro. So Casemiro is the one who ended up getting the winner. It looked like it was going to be Vinny at one point, but Casemiro ends up getting the winner in a game that Brazil, again, looked shaky at times. But when your defensive midfielder is scoring you goals, that probably suggests you need your best player back. What do you think of the
game? Brazil didn't really. Brazil is both games. I think Brazil have just been okay. You know what I mean? I don't think Brazil are really giving up many chances, which is good. So they've got a solid foundation. Thiago Silva, brilliant again. You know what I mean? He's a fantastic player. But I think going forward, I still think they got work to do. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I still think they got work to do. And it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt without Neymar. And then Neymar has to come in. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's going to be a tough thing to do. I think when Bruno G, I'm not saying he came and changed the game or anything, but I think it was better when he came on. Fred, I don't think he did anything. Vinny was trying, he kept going and going, but Richarlison was a little bit of a ghost today. Anthony, I thought, came on. Well, I think Anthony should be starting. I don't see why there's people, anytime you say Anthony, people try and say like, Anthony, but Rafinha's not clear like that. Rafinha's not clear like that. Why are we acting like Rafinha's like, is it because he's put a Barcelona shirt on now that we've got to act like Rafinha's this world-class demon or something?
Leeds last year, bro.
Yeah, he was at Leeds and was done okay at Leeds. He was good at Leeds. Like, I would be starting Anthony. I think he keeps the ball better, and I just think he's on par or potentially a better player. So I don't really see what the whole like, oh, why would you play Anthony talk? I ain't really hearing that. But I think, as I said, I think Vinny was trying, but obviously the man scored. The man scored the goal. I've said it numerous times. I'll say it again. Man, I've been here when these men. I don't know if it's the same people that lock into when we do the United show. But listen, these are the people that was in my comments saying that McTominay this, McTominay that, bro. I told people, bro, stop that, bro. Stop that. I'll play him at straight away. He's the best defensive midfielder in the world. Take it in what I'm saying. He can do everything. He's a midfield general, bro. He can boss the game, and people don't know about it. They're talking about his passing, blah, blah. The guy is quality, bro. Guy passes forward. He can pass around the corners. He can do, bro. He's even been a goal threat for a while. The guy is quality, man. He's the best in the world. I don't care what no one says. I know you prefer Rodri, but I don't know how you can prefer. For me, I don't know how you can prefer Rodri to Casemiro. For me, especially after the years, I don't care. We can't try and say, oh, he's 30 now. It's 2022. No, the years he's put in every single season is top level. He was just bossed the Champions League final as we came into this season, came to Man United, then all of a sudden he has to go down the list of DMs. Like he's all of a sudden drops down. No, bro, he's the best in the world, bro. I'm telling man right now, he's the best in the world. He got the track record, everything. People ain't got no respect, bro. Best in the world. Telling you. Best in the world. Take it in. Wait, tell Rodri to get to that level.
Oh my God,
Tell
man. You
Rodri
ain't
to
got to
get
disrespect
better.
Rodri though
Yes,
to
I
bring up
like Rodri.
Casemiro, bro.
The thing is, I like Rodri, but I'm seeing what people are saying. Like, tell Rodri to play at the level that Casemiro has, bro. He ain't got there yet. He ain't got there. He got to the Champions League final and he had to sit on the bench. Pep found a different option for him. He's gone to Spain now. He's playing centre back. Yeah, I mean, he ain't played at the levels that Casemiro has. People are too quick to just turn around and start saying, "Oh, this person." Chill out, man. Casemiro best in the damn world. This is what happens when you get Pepites. The Pepites have
Are you
views on
done,
football.
man? Are you done? Are you done? This guy could
You
go on
Pepites,
forever,
yeah,
bro.
you Pepites. I love Rodri as well, but you Pepites, you have one way of seeing the game. You can't
Nah,
see
not
that
at
this
all.
is the
Not
best
at all.
defensive midfielder in the world.
Not at all.
Crazy.
Not at all. This guy, this is what Cam does, guys. If you haven't noticed already, Cam finds a way of basically isolating you from the side that he's on. So if you don't agree with him, you're completely against him. So if you don't think Casemiro is the best defensive midfielder on the planet, you don't know football. You're completely against him. Don't celebrate when he scores goals. Don't celebrate when he plays well. I love Miro. It might be you who created the nickname, but Cam, I'm pushing Miro the nickname as like his trademark to the moon, bro. I'm trying to make this official because DMs they'll get enough love, bro. We sending Miro to the moon, bro. But look, I think you talk about Bruno being one of the stars of this tournament, Mbappe being one of the stars of this tournament. Casemiro has taken this tournament over. Forget about the goal. He had the assist for the first goal that didn't count. He dominated Switzerland, and he dominated Serbia as well. He was absolutely brilliant against Serbia. And I think he's actually starting to get more plotted since he's left Real Madrid. I don't know if it's because it's the Man United thing or now like he's not kind of in the shadows of Modric and Kroos. Let's face it, any midfielder on the planet will be in their shadow. But I think people are starting to realize now, and maybe it's again also because he's in the Premier League, right?
That's what it is.
Every single week, and people are starting to realize, look, this guy's not some technical oaf or whatever. Like he can control the ball and spray it. He's got every pass in his locker. He's an absolutely fantastic technical footballer, and he's also one of the best destroyers this sport has ever seen. Casemiro, take a bow. I thought he was absolutely exceptional today. I thought Vinny was really good as well too. But I think Vinny also needs Neymar, just like he kind of needs Benzema for Real Madrid to kind of be that facilitator for him, take attention off of him. He kind of needs Neymar for that as well. He's not the guy yet, in my opinion. And I think yeah.
Go on.
I was going to say Neymar in general, right? I call him a magnet. You were on the show last time, but I call him a magnet for defenders. It's a bit like Grealish. Obviously, he's a much better footballer than Grealish, but in the same way that Grealish really attracts a lot of attention from defenders, which leaves teammates open, Neymar is that, but like on steroids, bro. 3 defenders are always on Neymar. Leave space for the likes of Vinicius. Leave space for the likes of Paqueta, Rafinha, Richarlison. And I think this Brazil team will struggle in that regard because now a lot of players have a lot more responsibility on their hands when Neymar is not there. So hopefully he comes back. I know you have your doubts about that, but I think that obviously he takes him up another level. And another one too that I thought was really good today, Militao, because a lot of people were saying they were afraid that Danilo being out, they don't have a natural right back when he's not there. Militao, I thought was really impressive today. Lockdown, obviously defensively, but even going forward, he's a unit, bro. He's a really good player.
Yeah, I think just quickly back to the Casemiro thing. I mean, I'm seeing people in the comments say, "Oh, why you hate City players?" Did I not just call Bernardo Silva the best Portugal player?
I like when they do that, though. Now you get a taste of your own medicine now.
Hold on. Let me just shut all that rubbish down, right? Because do I not hype Cancelo to the moon?
Yeah.
Do I not call Bernardo Silva the best player at Portugal? Do I not say Gundo the great? Do I not say John Stones is one of the best centre-backs in the world? Do I not say look at the way, look how I talk about Jack Grealish? People are just listen, you just don't like the truth. Casemiro is better than Rodri. Sorry. That's it. That's my opinion about your City, this, City, that. Look at what I'm saying about Phil Foden. Best English talent since Wayne Rooney. Do all these players play for Man City or not? I'm confused. What team do they play for, Liaz? There we go. There we go.
I never accused you of that, though. So that's not my business, anyways. But
there we go, mate.
Brazil, they're another team that qualified, obviously, through the help of that Casemiro goal. They should finish first. Let's be real. They play Cameroon now on the last day, and we'll get into them. But after 2 games of Brazil, I saw a tweet of yours, bro, where it didn't seem like you were totally blown away by them after the first 2 games. And to be honest, I'm with you, right? I predicted Brazil to win this tournament, and I don't think at the moment, I agree that at this point, no one has really blown me away after 2 games. But Brazil, I was expecting a whole lot more. And of course, Neymar's not there. But just in general, we kind of hyped up the attacking depth that Brazil had. And you'd think that if any team lost Neymar and could survive, it'd be Brazil. And I think they're struggling a bit. So take it away from that. How impressed or unimpressed are you?
As I said, bro, in this tournament, there's no one that's been outstanding, in my opinion. Yes, France have looked decent. You know what I mean? They look good, but Mbappe is the one where it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? He's the one that's really grabbing the headlines. I think every team can beat each other. You know what I mean? Like, I think we all do our tournament predictions, right? But midway through the tournament or at the end of the thing, you then adjust what you see according to what you see. And I think everyone is so key and high on sticking with their first shout and blah blah, bro. The things change. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Things really change, and right now everyone can beat everyone. I don't think there's a clear favorite. I don't think there's been a team that's been wow. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, Germany 2014. Every game I was like, yeah, all right, they're looking strong. You know what I mean? Spain, of course, the way they'll have 80% possession every game and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But this one, it's like, yo, it's like the last World Cup, man. France, good, but they were getting through. You know what I mean? Getting through games and stuff. It looked like any team can beat them. You know what I mean? Like every game will be tough, and it was. So yeah, man. I think everyone's just trying to hang on to their original shouts, and bro, just take it easy, man.
One shot I wanted to bring to your attention, right? You talked about Antony potentially playing on the right. Jesus came on today. In fact, he's getting a lot of shit from Brazil fans because I think Brazil fans they still got PTSD from last World Cup with him, but they're obviously. I think someone said like when Jesus gets in front of goal, he goes like gives the goalkeeper puppy eyes, like please don't save my shot. But I thought when he came on kind of on the right hand side for Rafinha, or I guess he wasn't really playing on the right because Antony was out there. But Jesus has been a guy who's kind of played on that right-hand side for City in the past, kind of as that auxiliary right winger. He provides work rate. He is a decent chance creator. Let's face it, in front of goal, he's not the most clinical. Like he will never replace Richarlison in this team. Could you see that as potentially a plan B for Brazil if they aren't to go to the Antony way? Maybe they go for Jesus on the wing.
I mean, possibly, because he can play that role. You know what I mean? If you ask him, he doesn't even confirm that he's a striker. I think he just sees himself as a forward player. Do you know what I mean? But he's one of them players that he's good at getting people involved. He turns defenders. He runs with the ball. That type of stuff gets you up the pitch. That type of stuff gets the fans gassed. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he's definitely going to have some form of impact this tournament. Thought he was good when he came on personally. I rated Gabriel Jesus. I always have. So him starting for me won't be a big problem. Richarlison, I know he's got a good record for Brazil, but there's still something for me that's like, Richarlison's your 9 going to win you the tournament. I think you're going to need more help over there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So whether it's Jesus, whether it's Vinny or something like that, I don't know. But let's see, man. Let's see. I think they
need Richarlison in there, right? I think they need Richarlison in there just because, like, out of all the finishers they have in their squad, I think outside of Neymar, he's probably the one that you can kind of rely on in front of goal. And even him, he's not like some 20 goal a season striker. He's never showed you that kind of form. But Rafinha in front of goal is not super reliable. Jesus is not super reliable in front of goal. Antony is not this huge goal threat either. So I think at least with Richarlison, he's direct. He can score if you give him a chance. So I think, like him or not, he's not for everyone. He's not everyone's acquired taste, but I think you kind of need him in your lineup. The second game, obviously, that happened in this group was, as where I'm going to come at you, bro. You came for my dark horse. I'm going to come for yours. Serbia, man. AFs are in a pandemic. Real men are in a pandemic too, bro. I'm telling you, your brand.
Hey, hold on.
Real Men FC is in a pandemic.
How can it be in a pandemic? How can it be in a pandemic when Casemiro just scored me my winner?
We're in the technical security era, bro.
Hold on.
Ball to excel in this era.
Listen, you ruined AFs first and foremost. You went up on a podcast, started talking rubbish about Cancelo, and ruined the whole community. We're now having to build that back up. Thanks because of you, right? So you're responsible for that first and foremost. Real men, you just don't speak on real men because we don't even want you on this side because you come on this side,
There's no side. It's crumbling now, bro.
No. Right now, we're good. Serbia, we're gonna work on that. But Casemiro just scored me a winner. Real men. Pepe just dropped a masterclass. Real men. We're in good hands. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about that. But let's go on to Serbia.
You going to Serbia? Tell me about your boys, bro. Were you up at 10 a.m. this morning watching?
One thing I'm super disappointed about is I thought they'll be a lot more solid than they are. I'm not happy with how defensively weak they look. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like to go 3-1 up and then to make it 3-3-3, that's poor. That's poor. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The alarm bells are ringing. I think they could have even won the game by more, though. And that's where the encouragement comes from. Mitrovic didn't have his shooting boots on. And despite the fact that he scored and it was a nice goal, he didn't have his shooting boots on, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If he had his shooting boots on, it could have been out of sight, but he didn't. So it's interesting. It's going to be very nice to see the game against Switzerland. That is going to be listen. The politics and stuff behind that one is amazing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Listen, like, yo, don't go and get yourself. Know what you're doing, man. Yeah, I mean, man are getting banned for doing that and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
I said Serbia, we need more goals, and people were coming at me saying, "What kind of political statement are you making?" I was like, "I just want to see Cameroon fail, bro."
Bro, I must have tweeted something like Mitrovic. I got some random youth saying this is almost the equivalent to saying Israel or something. I was like, brother, I'm just watching ball, bro. Keep me out of this. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but that's a battle between two real men teams. So I'm looking forward to that one. But I need Serbia to win that, though. I definitely need Serbia to win that one. Vlahovic, though, come on, Gaffer. He's not even bringing him off the bench. He's not even bringing him off the bench, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. At least some point, bring him on if you're trying to get a goal. It's like trying to get a goal, bring him on. I would have started both of them, but if you're trying to get a goal, get him on. I don't know what's going on there, man.
Right? Because in qualifiers in the Nations League, they play two up front. They've always played Vlahovic and Mitrovic up front as a two. And people were telling me today, oh, Vlahovic, he's been injured his last 2 games at Juve. They're not trying to rush him back or whatever. If that's the case, okay. But they've completely abandoned their philosophy. And Mitrovic, right, I agree with you. Very shaky in front of goal today. Not something we've seen in the last 18 months for Fulham. They're in huge trouble right now, bro, because at the moment, they have a -2 goal difference. They're on 1 point. Switzerland are on 4. No, they're on 3 right now with a 0 goal difference. So Serbia not only have to beat Switzerland, they have to beat them by more than 1 goal. And this is going if last the game where Xhaka and Shaqiri did those movements was 4 years ago in the World Cup in the group stage, coincidentally enough, in the same group as Brazil, and we know how that ended. Serbia, bro, they have always been for me the underachievers in this tournament. I remember 2010, where it's Vidic, it was Stankovic. They had big names that tournament as well, Ivanovic as well back there, and they completely failed to deceive. They couldn't get out of the group of Australia and Ghana. They must rise, bro, because it's a golden generation of Serbian footballers. You hyped them up to the moon. Show us what you're about, bro. If you lose to Switzerland again and let those guys dunk on you again, that's not real men, bro. That's not real men. Bear hype. Fighting Bears hype, bro. I ain't trying to hear all that, bro.
I hear the Swiss fight Wolves. I hear the Swiss fight Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a real tussle, this one, bro. You know what I mean? No, this is a real tussle. This is literally what they left us with. Yeah, they left us with a battle. This is like Graham Souness said, 2 men going at it.
That's what Ash is saying here, bro. Real men only. Xhaka will rise.
Xhaka's gonna rise. I can see it. You know, they are gonna play for their life. There's gonna be some carnage. Honestly.
No, 100%, bro. That group is looking really interesting. Cameroon, you know how I feel about them, but I did say before the tournament, there's one man on Cameroon that I don't mind. Abubakar got his, bro. Abubakar said, I'm leaving here with son. And I can't lie. He said there's nothing Salah can do that I can't. I've never seen Salah finish like that, bro. I've never seen Salah.
Yo, that was a Bush finish, bro. When I tell you Bush, that finish that Abubakar did, yeah, that was Abubakar. What he did, I don't know if anyone knows when you had the church shoes. You had the church shoes in school. You know what I mean? You had the church shoes in school. You've brought them up a little bit. You go into the playground. They're the embarrassing shoe. That is the way you chip it, bro. That is literally the way you chip it. That's the way you do it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's the one that when you give it to the ball falls to your uncle and he has to give it back to you and he just chips it like that. And you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, let me try and catch that ball. Trust me, bro. There's a serious Bush finish, bro. Serious Bush finish. It was hilarious. That one killed me, man. That
You
one
told
killed
my
me.
man on the right, come outside, bro. Come outside, bro. Nah, that's the one player on Cameroon I don't mind. You know what? If you want to score, fair enough, bro. And his impact was insane, right? Because he didn't start the game. And in fact, I saw Liverpool fans are killing me, bro. How you beefing Abubakar? It's not that deep, bro. These guys are saying Abubakar came with all that talk just to be on the bench. Bro, he came on. In 2 minutes, he had a goal and assist. Changed the game.
And then when you reply that he scored and changed the game, it's Salah living in heads rent free. Bro, you man were talking about him sitting on the bench. What are you talking about? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Bro,
Hey, listen, right now, Salah's at home watching Abubakar run riot at the World Cup. Hold that. You know, remember that? Yo, oh my God.
Nah, Abubakar is an African legend, bro. That's my goal right there, bro.
That's
Look,
hilarious.
that's all the games that kind of happened in this group stage today. There have been some other news. A lot of people are asking us to talk, Cam, about the incident between the Belgian players. I know you spoke a little bit about De Bruyne yesterday in a statement and how you basically thought that for a superstar player to be speaking like that, you have superstar treatment. You get, what was it, superstar scrutiny. That's what you said.
Mhm.
And it looks like, bro, you can't deal with the scrutiny because that dressing room is a shambles at the moment. You have reports that, if I read this correctly, Hazard, De Bruyne, Vertonghen, three of the senior members of this squad for the last 8 years, bro. They've been the pillars of this team in fighting. Not what you want to see in potentially the last tournament for these guys. And they're saying Lukaku had to intervene and stop the fight. I'm just imagining that, bro. Like,
hey, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, dog.
Dog, ain't that deep? Yo, wildin', bro. Hey, yo, wildin', dog. Yo, nobody wins when the family feuds, dog.
Yo, don't kill me. Don't kill me, bro.
Hey, man, what you saying about Belgium, though, bro? What you saying about Belgium?
Listen, I said what I said yesterday. If anyone didn't watch, go watch Stoppage Time TV tomorrow. But if this is true, because you have to say if it's true. If this is true, this allegations, then it's, I mean, KDB coming out and saying we're too old, we can't win the tournament, and then my man Vertonghen clapping back straight away in the press conference. It obviously rattled him. Yeah, I mean, obviously annoyed him. So this is what happens, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is what happens when a superstar player talks on us. If Thorgan Hazard said it, it'll be like, okay. But when a player like KDB, who's the star man, says something, people are going to listen. You know what I mean? And listen, is this what a KDB-led international side looks like? It's uncomfortable, boy. I don't want people to say I hate Man City. Let me know. I'll leave it for you. I'll leave it for your interpretation. That's what I'm gonna say.
Belgium must advance out of this group, bro. They must. This group is not that nice, man. Morocco hype, Canada hype, Croatia hype. KDB cannot speak like this when teams like Ghana are doing what they did today. KDB cannot speak like this when teams like Cameroon are doing what they did today. KDB cannot speak like this when teams like Saudi Arabia are doing what they did a few weeks ago. This tournament, the World Cup, is a beautiful tournament because anything can happen. Any team can rise. It's not always about the best player. Obviously, the later you get into this tournament, I'm not expecting KDB to win the World Cup. Belgium are not a good enough team to do that. But you must get out of this group, bro. It is shambolic for, like you said, factually, the best player on the planet, according to the best player on the planet at this tournament, according to FIFA's rankings, must get out of his group. Otherwise, it is an absolute disaster, bro. It's an absolute
disaster. Bro, must. Bro, and the thing is, even if they beat Croatia, it's not even a surprise to me. Yeah, I'm trying to say they must. Oh, man, the pressure's on, bruv. The pressure's on. I'm telling you. KDB must rise. And when I say right, you put them on your back. I want to see a performance because he even said it. Why did I get that man of the match? He stunk. Then yesterday, the game that they played the other day, poor again. One of the worst players on the pitch. So, boy, we're watching closely. But again, I don't want to seem like I hate Man City players, you know, despite hyping half of their squad. But hey, we move. Yeah, I'll leave that to you guys. You know, I'm seeing people say, I saw people calling out Modric. Bro, stop comparing Modric with KDB, bruv. Modric's completed this game we call football, bruv.
Bro,
He's
that's
completed
not
this
even the
game.
worst one, Cam. Cam, they were comparing him before this tournament to Zidane. People were saying Zidane, it's all. Let me tell you what the argument of Zidane, right? I know obviously you think this is nonsense, but they're saying KDB's club legacy, he's been more consistent, he has more goal contributions. Zidane, what he did in 2006, you can't even talk to me about old squads and old players. Zidane took that France team that were barely qualified for the World Cup as is and took these old has-beens to the World Cup final. KDB, you are not playing with under 18s. You are not playing with college players, bro. You are playing with some of the best players on the planet. You are playing with the 2018 World Cup semifinalists. You must get out of the group. Must.
Zidane, can we have some damn respect? As it stands right now, he's sitting with the Lampards, the Gerrards, and that guy. No, you did your thing domestically. You know, you'll be remembered in England, but across the world, you know what I'm trying to say? Even them, man, they went and won Champions League and that. You know what I'm saying? So KDB, your track record's not 100% completed yet, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? People are getting a bit ahead of themselves there. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what they can cook up. But yeah, people are trying to call out Modric, and you know what was so funny? I had not the whole TL, but I had a section of the TL literally arguing Alphonso Davies with flipping KDB.
I saw that. They don't respect KDB. They don't respect KDB as much as they think they do.
Yo, I had them debating. I had them sending for Alphonso Davies in the name of KDB.
A left back.
I was like, hey, we getting desperate out here, man. We getting desperate out here. You know what I mean? But we move from Zidane to Alphonso Davies debates. I don't want to seem like I hate Man City.
Look, that was the match day. Before we go, Cam, I do have to ask you, as we do every single show, who was the best performer of today and who was the worst performer of today? Do you have any at the top of your head?
Oof, worst. Actually, do you know what? I don't want to give worst performance
or biggest dud.
I want to give a worst. I want to give like a dud of the day, and I've got to give it to the Cameroon situation. Big up them for doing the results, but the Onana situation with your star goalkeeper going home because you guys can't agree on what style of play you want to do or whatever it was. Between them, that is pure duddery in my eyes, man. And this type of madness, bruv, let me not even say what I was going to say. But listen, that's duddery for me. So I've got to go.
That's a good show.
I don't know if I give it to Onana or if I give it to the Cameroonian.
I was thinking that myself, Cam. I was trying to think who's more at fault here because I was thinking Onana, right? It's a bit like, I don't want to say it's exactly like the Ronaldo situation, but at the same time, you can't defy your manager's demands. Like, you can't put yourself over the team. But at the same time, I was thinking, bro, this guy's been playing with Cameroon for how many years now? They've never asked him to change the way he plays. And now all of a sudden, they're literally asking him to change a massive part of his game. Him coming
but
out.
At the same time, though, realistically, though, if you're getting told to do something by your manager, do it. What is going on these days that people just think, oh, no, I'll do whatever I want. Your manager's asking you to get the best out of us this tournament. Yeah, we know what you can do, but to get the best out of us this tournament, can you please do this or whatever? And you're saying, no, this is the only way I know. Bro, I saw him picking up the ball in DM. And he was picking up the ball in the last game ahead of his centre-backs.
Of course, I saw the picture. But that's the thing with him. That's the way he plays. Like, that's how he's always played for Ghana under Rigobert's song. So that's why for me, I agree. The Ronaldo situation is the same thing. I said the coach at the end of the day, no one is bigger than the coach. No one is bigger than the team. So I agree with that point. But it's duddery for me that it's just coming out of nowhere.
Would he do that if who's he play for now? Inter.
Yeah.
Would he do that?
He like that for Ajax with Ten Hag.
No, I'm saying, would he do that if Ten Hag or the manager of Inter turned around and said, hey, slow down a little bit. Yeah, just for the next 5 games, I just want it to be tight and you know what I mean? You stay and go. Would he say, no, F this, I'm not coming to training?
No, probably wouldn't. You're
exactly. Right. So he thinks he's probably, oh, I'm Onana. I got a name in the game. Who these, man? I'm a dip. That's how I feel it. You know what I'm trying to say? But listen, we were never there. But to go home, crazy. I've got 2 champs. Actually, I don't know if it's champs. It's just a funny moment. The Canelo situation where he wanted to box up your boy. Hey, listen, Messi, don't come around here, bro. Don't come around here. Canelo is gonna
onside hype, bro. Canelo hype, bro.
Canelo is going to onside your goat. Don't come around here, bruv.
Ain't nobody coming around Canelo's ends anyways, bro. Canelo hype, bro.
He's gonna retire before the next. Mexico might go to Copa America. I know Messi's gonna try and retire before that. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want Canelo coming.
We got our Copa America now, bro. We don't need these annual tournaments anymore, bro. We stayed home this time. We take care of Antonella.
Listen, Canelo. Listen, he's coming. He's coming. Your man, losing shook. Why didn't he reply? Man, clap back. Another man said he's gonna take your chin off.
He's got 2 million followers on Twitter. Messi has how many, bro? We don't talk to the small dogs like that, bro. Messi's entourage, bro. Don't come around here, bro. You won't get caught, bro.
Bro, the Paul. Listen, you ain't got nothing for this. You ain't got nothing for this. You're getting smoked too. Do you know what I'm saying? So, listen, you better be
Messi
careful.
got shooters, man. We don't need all that, bro. In Argentina,
Mateo and Thiago. That's who.
We got shooters, man. We got shooters, bro. Yeah, Canelo was hungry for clout, bro. What's your other champ, though?
Oh, Kudus said he's better than Neymar, then took it back. He never should have taken it back, because I don't know why the Telegraph would ever just make a random quote like that. I have a feeling he really did say it, but maybe they just kind of punched it a little bit too hard. But yeah, man, to go and score 2 goals, announcing himself on the world stage, you know what I mean? He's doing what a Gakpo is doing as well, you know what I mean? That man, a lot of people that have been talking about these names, they're going to the tournament and they're doing it, bro. Big respect, man. So, yeah.
100%. No, I think Kudus has to be the champ. I think he was unbelievable today, and that's my shout now. We'll see what they do against Uruguay, but I look at him as a player that will get a huge move after this tournament, whether it's this January or in the summer. I see big things for him because he's really impressive. Casemiro, I thought was absolutely Rolls Royce today, man. We talked about him already, but bro, this guy just oozes class, man. World class player. So he's my champ as well. Dud, I'm gonna give it to the Serbia back line, man. Honestly, that's comical, naive defending at this stage in the tournament. At the biggest, you did so well in Nations League. You did so well in the qualification rounds, unbeaten in the qualifying. To now come here and basically stink it up and choke the way you did today, I'm extremely disappointed because I had Serbia going pretty far too. I think I had them going round of 16 or quarterfinals. So it's really disappointing to see that at this point they don't look like they're going to make the next round. I hope I'm proven wrong, but boy, they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, man. I agree with that. That's true. Somebody said Lampard wants to code his talent ID. Yeah, Lampard's talent ID is pretty decent, Slept on.
I think I did read that Paul Joyce was saying that he might end up going to Everton. I think that's going to do it. We should be back tomorrow, or you guys should be back tomorrow with stoppage time right after the USA-England game. You guys might be thinking, stoppage time, what the hell? Midweek, live? It's going to be right after the USA versus Wales, or USA-Wales game, England versus Wales game, and of course, at the same time, it is USA versus Iran, basically to decide who comes second in that group. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Get the notifications on so you're right there when it happens. They will be going live. Maze, Cam, Fuad, of course. Keep the notifications on for FTBL Final Whistle because we will be going live every other day. We were gone for the last few days, taking a little vacation or something, but we'll be back. Don't worry about that. FTBL Culture coming out tomorrow. Cam and Fuad were in the studio talking about Kylian Mbappe, talking about France, and talking about where Mbappe really ranks, not just amongst the best right now, because I think they both think he's the best on the planet, but talking amongst the best of all time. What does he have to do to really get into those conversations? Because, hey, at 23, he's looking different. Outside of that, Cam, is there anything you really want to add?
No, same thing, man. Same thing as you said. Just repeat what you said. Just make sure you guys hit the likes when you come out. You know what I mean? Hit the likes, share, subscribe, turn the notifications on. England, big one tomorrow. Make sure you're here tomorrow after the game. We're going to know what the group is saying. Imagine, I don't think England can go out unless they lose 4-0 or something like that, but
yeah,
who knows? Imagine, I'm hearing Jordan Henderson starting. It ain't looking good, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So let's see what happens, people. Will Foden get his minutes? You know what I mean? Will Grealish play? Let's see, man. Let's see. So, guys, make sure you're here, man. But, yeah, hit the like button, and we'll be back, man. And, yeah, tomorrow as well. Tomorrow morning or
wherever you guys are, 2 p.m. UK.
FTBL Culture dropping Mbappe episode. Let me know, man.
100. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Comment underneath. Algorithm. Without further ado, if that's all we got left, see you when we see you. Peace.